Good evening, everyone. My name is Lawrence Webb. I am chairman of Equality Virginia Advocates. Through EVA Advocates, the nonprofit C4 that works in conjunction with Equality Virginia, we advocate for the rights of LGBT Virginians through public policy and advocacy. 2013 is an important year in state politics. We elect a new governor, a new lieutenant governor, and a new attorney general. And if that's not enough, we are going to be electing a new House of Delegates as well. We saw bipartisan support on SB 701 and were able to make movements in the General Assembly. But we need more advocates in public office. As you know, the governor can issue an executive order inclusive of sexual orientation and gender identity, and appoint LGBT-friendly folks to boards and commissions, those who are going to be looking at adoption and the foster care policies of this Commonwealth. That is an issue that's very near and dear to me, and it should be near and dear to you as well. As you know, we will be on a path towards full equality as our neighbors in DC and Maryland, or are we going to turn back the hands of times here in the Commonwealth of Virginia? This is not a time for apathy. There is too much at stake right now. That's why we have extended an invitation for tonight's event to both gubernatorial candidates for 2013. But ladies and gentlemen, there's only one here tonight. Will you please join me in welcoming Terry McAuliffe to the stage?
Good evening, everybody. Are we fired up for this year? Well, let me say thank you. And first of all, let's give Bill Hall a great round of applause for chairing this dinner. Let's hear it for our great Senator Mark Warner and all the great work that he has done. And the greatest mayor, at least tonight, Cory Booker. Give him a great round of applause. Folks, we have a very important election. It's less than 7 months away. There's probably as stark a contrast between two candidates running for governor this year, probably in the history of the Commonwealth. I promise you as governor that my appointments and my actions and my executive orders, I will make sure that every single individual in the Commonwealth of Virginia is treated fair and equal, and no discrimination of any sort will be tolerated. One of my first actions will be, unlike my opponent, whose one of his first actions as Attorney General was to send a letter to every college and university telling them to take away all protections for anyone on sexual orientation, for any student or professor. I promise you my first executive order will be the same as Governor Mark Warner then and Governor Tim Kaine, to outlaw any discrimination in Virginia based upon any issue. Because I know that we have some big challenges. The next governor is going to face some huge challenges. In the next week and a half, over 1 million people across the country will begin to face sequestration. We got some great members of Congress. Jim Moran, Bobby Scott tried to stop this. People are going to begin to lose upwards of 20% of their income, and a lot of those folks will be right here in Virginia because we're the #1 recipient of DOD dollars and federal government dollars. So it's going to be a new economy. And as governor, I want to lure businesses here to Virginia. I want to make sure that we're open and welcoming to everybody. And you cannot do that if you put walls up around Virginia and you discriminate based upon sexual orientation, you based upon attacks that we have seen on women here in Virginia. And I thought it was a disgrace just this week, the attack on women. A woman right now under the new law, she cannot spend her own money and buy her own health care plan here in Virginia because of the restrictions that was just put on this week. I want to end all those restrictions. I want to end all those discriminations. I want to make Virginia the most welcoming state in the United States of America. Now, I know I have a lot of challenges, and it was 2 months ago that I came out for marriage equality. I came out early because I thought it was the right thing to do. And Dorothy and I said, why should people be treated differently? And I'll continue to do those things as your governor. This is going to be a long, tough fight. But I can make a commitment to you folks right now. You help me get elected governor. I will fight for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm going to make us the most welcoming place and the place to do business, to raise your family. We got to make ourselves welcoming, opening, everybody in. You're going to get to do what you enjoy to do. You ought to be able to lead your life here. The best place to raise a family, the best place to enjoy one another. Ladies and gentlemen, as your governor, I'm going to make us